And like you said, he's taking no accountability.
Nope.
This is karma. Martell? Yeah, it's karma. Come open the door. Come here. Come open the door. That's what's happening. Because if you don't cheat on your wife, she doesn't file for divorce, none of this happens.
Yeah.
And you still get your big business deal.
Yep. Welcome to our channel. Hi guys.
It's Sugar.
And I'm Spice. Thank you guys for coming back. We are on Twitter and Instagram at Sugar and Spice 88. Make sure to check us out if you get a chance. And also thank you to all of our new subscribers. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate the interaction. Please continue to share our video, like our video. We love you guys. And stay tuned because we are going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 2, Episode 16. Whew, so let's get started. So we are going to start with Melody and the kids. They look like they're at the house. They're getting ready to go out. Mel is actually speaking life into her kids. She's talking about their hair, how they're all young queens, and how their hair is special and they're beautiful. They're all different textures. They're all different curl patterns, but everyone is unique and beautiful in their own way. I really appreciate this scene because as, you know, a mom of young girls, it is very important that they really do love the skin that they're in. We are not portrayed in all the aspects that we really should be. So speaking life and positivity and all good things into your kids is a must. So, you know, kudos to Mel for that. She even talks to her son. She tells him that he's a young king, and they're just loving it and they're appreciating it, and I loved it and I appreciated it. So then Mel goes into the confessional and she pretty much mentions that, you know, Martell tried to go down in the mud with Wanda. That didn't work. So Mel is setting the tone. She's gonna take the high road, and she sets the tone for this whole episode with taking the high road. So she calls Tisha, and she just kind of just mentions to her how she didn't appreciate what Wanda said on social media, and how, especially as a mother of, you know, young girls, and Wanda being a grandmother of young girls, that's just not how we want to talk about our young children on any platform.
You definitely don't pit them up against each other. It's not okay.
So here's Tisha. She got amnesia. She don't know that her mom literally went on social media and said this about these kids. You talk to your mom every day, but for some reason you don't know that she went on live and said that these kids, that Mel's kids are gonna be jealous of your kids because of their hair.
If you pause this video and go Google it right now,
anybody
you
can
find
pull
the
it
video.
up.
It's not that hard.
I wish, you know what? I wish she would have said that. I wish she would have said, "Oh, you didn't see the video."
Let me send
it to you. The thing about Tisha that bothers me is her pretending that she doesn't know, and her pretending that she doesn't know is her way of getting out of having to address it. And I just think that's so immature, and that's not fair. You don't get to invite your mom to any event that you want to, and then when she trashes the event, all of a sudden,
you have amnesia.
Oh, I don't understand. That doesn't sound like her. That sounds like out of character for her.
It's interesting that you say that's out of character for her, because when she came and destroyed Kimmy's whole event and Marcel asked you, is that out of character for your mom? You said, no, it's not. So you know exactly the type of person that you're dealing with. You just don't want to take accountability for or answer for anything that she's doing, because you know you don't have it in you to check her. I understand that's your mom. We get it. But you can still say something to her.
And if that's the case, I think Marcel said this. If you cannot be accountable and check your mom when she does wrong, stop inviting her places. That's how it works. You don't want to say anything to your mom? Well, don't bring her, and then you won't have to say anything to your mom.
There's nothing to answer to if she's not
Problem
there.
solved. So then Tisha changes the conversation, and she says, well, I have a brown girl, hey brown girl event coming up, and I just wanted to invite you to it. You know, bring the kids. I think it'll be really great so that we could all talk about, you know, positivity, love, self-love, things like that. And then it just goes down this weird, twisted toxic Tisha road again. Like, how do you mess up an invite? Like, Mel called you, you changed the subject, you want to talk about a positive event, and then you go and say, well, if you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable coming, I could just send the invitation to Martell. Mel didn't say she didn't feel comfortable coming. Mel didn't say that she wasn't going to come. Mel didn't say anything. Mel was saying how that sounds like a good event. So why are you bringing up Martell saying that she'll text both of them? It doesn't make any sense. And then bring up that the girls come over to the house sometimes. Why?
If you honestly felt like Mel already knew that, it was no reason for you to bring that up. So it just shows that you were bringing that up to be messy
And petty.
and be problematic and start some drama between them two. And if you wanted to say, oh, if you don't want to stay, you can drop the girls off, you could have just said that. No Martell included. There's no reason to insert his name into anything if you're talking to her and inviting her. It's her daughters too.
Yeah.
So what was the point of that if not to be messy?
And then Mel says, I thought it was supposed to be an all-girls event. Well,
Is Marcel gonna be there?
Tisha.
Why are you bringing up Martell?
Oh my god.
Is anybody's husband gonna be there? No. Anybody? Why are you bringing up Martell? Messy, toxic
Tisha. So then we move on to the next scene, and it is Tisha, Marcel, and Wanda. So, Tisha comes in, I guess, from her few days from going to school, and Marcel is acting like, woe is me, I had to nurse myself back to health. I am just barely making it.
Distraught.
I almost didn't make it these 4 days. You was gone. So then Marcel, Tisha brings up, Marcel brings up that, we need to be more impactful in life. He brings up how Stacey Abrams, although she lost, she had made it her mission to be more impactful and had a huge part in making sure that Kamala Harris was the first, African American vice president that we have today. So, Marcel is trying to be positive. He's thinking about leaving a legacy, which is all good. I feel like all of us, as young African American people, that's what we want to do.
One thing about Love and Marriage Huntsville I really like is that even though there's a ton of mess, as it is with all reality TV, they kind of always make an effort to draw something positive from, whatever they have going on and showcase black people, even though they're arguing, but they showcase black people in a good life as successful business people and entrepreneurs and, movers and shakers. So, I just really appreciate that about the show. It's a rarity,
It is. I like that aspect for sure. So then Wanda comes in, and Wanda starts straight off with the mess.
Wanda needs like her own theme song when she comes in with the mess. Like song she needs.
And then Wanda comes in and talks about how, why were you distracted? Why did you get into an accident? Maybe you had someone else in the car with you.
I don't know where she pulled that
rabbit
out the hat. What are you talking about? Where did you get that from? She act like, I don't know. And then she talks about, I know what? I know one thing. I'm going to go with Tisha to pick up the police report. What? Is there some, I'm like really wondering. We've always felt, just based off his, misogynistic mindset, that he felt like he could do that and he felt like he could cheat. But now I'm really starting to wonder, does something happen off camera that we don't know about? Because she is always pushing that narrative. She's like stuffing it down Tisha's throat.
Yeah.
For him to get into a car accident and then you're like, so you was cheating, huh? What?
And here's Tisha. Tisha's so fake. So, Mom, do you really think that I would still be with Marcel if I knew that he was cheating, if he was really out here cheating? Like, you're so fake, Tisha.
Girl, come on. We all think that.
With the act. You know this man cheating. Like, stop.
I ain't gonna lie. It took you 11 years to stand up for yourself and decide that you didn't want to be a housewife.
Right.
You know, it's not far-fetched to believe that if you found out he was cheating that you would stay with him. I'm sorry.
So Wanda tries to clean it up and says, well, no, I don't think you knew. I feel like you wouldn't know and he's cheating. Like, it's just a whole mess.
Ooh.
Like, y'all are telling on yourselves. Apparently, obviously, there has been some infidelity.
Wanda
in the
want to put it out some black. She wants
to blast him so bad.
She knows something.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. Y'all want to keep acting like nothing's happened, then we'll just keep playing that game with you guys.
Play right along.
Wanda brings up to the group that Marcel brought up to her that Kimmy wants to limit the future events that she is allowed to come to. And Wanda just goes off and says she doesn't care what Kimmy got going on. She doesn't care what she can't come to. She's never going to change for nobody. She is who she is, and she's not going to change.
We know, girl. We
know.
Thug life. they gonna have to take all of me. We get it. We get it.
Right.
We're tired.
We don't care.
We're tired. Okay. I just love how, I don't know. It's so funny to me how Marcel is the only one who can really get her together, because Marcel is the only one who can really keep his entire cool and talks to her, and it's almost like he's kind of making fun of her when he like throws back jokes at her, and then she ends up being the one getting all frustrated and walking away. So their dynamic is hilarious.
It is. So then Wanda brings up the whole other side of the tracks thing. Mind you, I'm still not clear on this whole other side of the tracks situation. But Marcel says he wasn't talking about Tisha about the other side of the tracks. He was talking about Wanda. And I'm like, okay, you just made it worse. I don't know where you're going with this.
It doesn't make it less of an insult if you're talking about my mom. Are you trying to say my mom didn't raise me right? What does that mean? Because at the end of the day, it still trickles. When you have the conversation, you're talking about me. So you're talking about something trickled down to me. Mm-hmm. So what were you trying to infer? What were you trying to say? What were you trying to imply? Where were you going with this? What does that mean?
So then Marcel gets upset and he just says, hey, same way you came in here, the same way you could leave. And tell us to shake a bone. I don't know that. I've never heard of shake a bone before.
Never heard that before in my life.
First time.
I got family all
I actually got to
through
Google
the
it.
South. I never even heard that before.
So he starts cracking up and then Wanda gets so upset. And here comes Tisha to Wanda's defense. Why would you tell my mom to shake a bone? That's so disrespectful.
Is it?
You
what does that
can't
mean?
say that to people's parents. I would never do that to your mom. That's not okay. But your mom just accused me of having a whole nother woman in the car when I got into a car accident that I could have came back injured or dead from. And you're checking me about shake a bone? So then... So then from that point, Wanda says, no, don't argue. I don't want y'all arguing over me.
Wanda, you don't want them arguing over you, but you just planted a seed in her head that said her husband was cheating on her. He got into a car accident because he was cheating on her, but you don't want them arguing, right? You don't want them fighting. You are constantly telling Tisha, yeah, I don't like the way he treats you, and yeah, da, 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 da. And it's like, even though some of the things I don't agree with how he handles Tisha,
right?
But a lot of stuff you're just stretching,
yeah,
and you're trying to cause a problem. I don't know if you want Tisha to be alone,
maybe
like you are, because you know you're going through your situation. I don't know what's going on with that, but you do want them to argue. Let's not. Don't act like you don't. Don't front. It's okay. You ain't gotta lie.
And like clockwork, Wanda leaves. And what does Tisha say? Why were you going camping in a sports car?
She planted the seed, put a little water on it.
Like clockwork, her plan worked. And they get into a little argument. They separate.
Wanda gets to walk off with her leather pants on.
Oh no. So then we move on to Marcel and Chris, and we find out that the 47 acres, the selling of the 47 acres is gonna have to come to a halt.
No pun intended.
And from that point, Marcel is making excuses saying that it's because of the divorce, it's because of them taking too long to close on the deal, and if they would have moved faster, this wouldn't have been an issue, and Chris is stressed. His friend is stressed. He's hurt, he's stressed, he's pissed. So now at this point, Martell might get sued. And, you know, Martell is taking no accountability whatsoever. And it's just interesting to me that you're saying that it's because of the divorce. But Melody has been trying to push for the divorce and for you to sign this paperwork for a while now, for months.
She keeps saying in episodes that you're the one that's holding this up. You keep sending back the paperwork saying, oh, I don't agree with this, and I don't agree with that, and I want half of this, and I want a little bit of that. So if you really wanted to settle this and get this done and get this 47-acre sold, I'm pretty sure you could do that. But you want to drag out the divorce. And like you said, he's taking no accountability.
Nope.
This is karma. Martell? Yeah, it's karma. Come open the door. Come here. Come open the door. That's what's happening. Because if you don't cheat on your wife, she doesn't file for divorce, none of this happens.
Yeah.
And you still get your big business deal.
Yep.
But because you want to be gallivanting out here for 5 years straight with your side piece and get her pregnant, guess what happened? No business deal for you.
And not only are you not going to make a profit off of selling this right now, you're losing out on your profit, but you might in turn also get sued? Come on. So then we go to the next scene where we move to Tisha's event, her Hey Brown Girl event. And I love this idea. I think it's great to get a whole bunch of African-American girls, all different shapes, sizes, hair textures, everything, and colors, everything, and just talk to them about their differences, but also their similarities, and just show them that we're a little community and that we are special and that we should be proud and happy to be around each other, love each other, support each other. I thought that was super dope.
I concur. I just think it's really important and powerful, and I thought it was really smart for them to talk to the girls not only just about that, but about the fact that, you know what, at certain points in life you're going to see that you're not represented, but at the same time that's okay, because, you know, we can come up with our own ways to represent ourselves and make sure that we're seen. So that was kind of nice too. It's kind of like a, you know, a heads up, so it's like not such a shocking thing when they get older, you know, that we're not always represented. We were even just talking about earlier about how even the color nude, you know, nude lipstick, nude stockings, nude nail polish. It's like, what nude are you talking about?
Not my nude.
Not my nude. So, you know, the default is never us. We're never, you know, we're never the standard. So, you know, that's important to talk to them about. You know, you gotta, unfortunately, as a black person, that's just something you have to do. You have to prep your kids for living in this world as a black person.
It's true.
So, I love the event.
Me too. Shout out to Belen Woodard, who is the creator, such a beautiful young girl, who is the creator of More Than Peach, the crayon box. I thought that was super, super amazing, super cool, and just a great example of young entrepreneurship, innovativeness, black girl magic. It's just amazing.
Never too young.
Yes,
to, you know.
Anybody could do it. It's make a difference. I love it. Then we go into the small group with Mel, Kimmy, and Destiny. So Destiny brings up, you know, doing a little girls trip, and that she wants everyone to go, and she wants to just us all to get away seamlessly. Mel is like, okay, let's do it.
She's taking attendance. Hey, Destiny, you want to go? Yes, check. All right, Mel, yes, check. All right, Kimmy,
Easy.
yes, check. Here we go.
No issue. Tisha comes into the group, into the circle, and Destiny brings up the girls trip. And Tisha has all the questions, all the reservations in the world. How many people, who's all going? Are we gonna be able to drive our own cars? How long is it gonna be?
Can we cut it short?
Can we lay down some ground rules? So Mel excuses herself, and then they just, you know, talk about it a little more, and Tisha just plays dumb, like, you know, oh, okay, I'll see what I can do. All right, girl. So then Mel, I told y'all throughout this episode, Mel got her big girl panties
That's
on.
also a sign of growth when you feel yourself getting aggravated. You can, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Sure. Let me just slide to the left. Bring it back down, collect yourself, and then come and say your piece.
Absolutely. So then Mel goes to Tisha, and she just, starts a conversation and says, when Destiny brought up the trip, I was sensing a lot of, resistance and negativity from you, about, coming and joining the group. And Tisha plays dumb. Ooh, who? Me?
Were you?
Negativity?
Wherever did you get that idea?
I was just asking questions.
Was it the 50, 11 questions that I asked? Was it that I said, can we cut it short?
Oh my God. So Mel's like, yeah, I did actually sense negativity from you. It was the type of questions you were asking.
It was coming off as negativity because it was.
Right.
Throwing that out there.
Mind you, Tisha goes into her confessional and says, well, excuse me if I'm a little apprehensive about going to an event because Mel is a mean girl who never owns her ish, and Kimmy doesn't support me, so that's why I wasn't so excited about jumping on board to go to a girls' trip.
So what you're saying is she was right.
So it was negativity.
Who doesn't take accountability, girl? You?
And then Kimmy doesn't support you. What does Kimmy need to support you in? What's the issue?
She
Are you
wants
sick?
Kimmy to support her in not being Mel's friend.
That's all it is. Kimmy doesn't support you in what? If you don't want to be Mel's friend, then don't be Mel's friend. Why do you need support in that?
Why are you dragging somebody else into it? What does she have to do? Anything?
High school. Oh my gosh. So then Mel says she just wants to let bygones be bygones. She doesn't want no negativity. She just wants to have, a clear path forward and just, to move on. And then Tisha says, oh yeah, definitely. That's what I want to, because 2020 has been a horrible year. We should all be positive. So now you're going to pretend like you're the one who said make bygones be bygones. You're the leader of the positivity train now, Tisha.
She's just so exhausting.
So then everyone kind of goes down their accomplishments, and another reason why we love Marriage Huntsville, all the positive things that they're doing. Mel brings up how she has accepted the offer to be the ambassador of Birmingham. Tisha mentions that her black shop. Oh yeah, we found out that black is a cigar shop. We found that out, yeah. So her new cigar shop and lounge is going to be opening soon. And then Kimmy has been working closely with the NAACP. She has some things coming up where she's going to do an event virtual event with them regarding John Lewis. And Destiny is going to be on the board of the Women's Business Chamber of Commerce. So it's like black girl magic everywhere.
Shout out to the beautiful, successful,
love it,
black women.
Love
Just
it.
making us look good.
So then we move on to the last scene where Martell and his mom are baking cookies with all the kids. Martell opens up,
Going down the rabbit hole.
with the nonsense. He says, so Mom, the kids came to me asking me if I have a girlfriend. And it has to have come from Mel. Like, why would she be telling the kids that I have a girlfriend? It's to the point to where I'm about to start telling the kids that Mommy has a boyfriend. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You guys have been fighting about this woman for 5 years, okay? Why do you think that the kids just magically, she magically just told the kids that you have a girlfriend? They know that you've been cheating, okay? They hear you, Mommy and Daddy arguing. And not only that, didn't Mel say that you brung the girl around the kids? So why do you think that Mel is pumping into their head that you have a girlfriend when it's actually your actions that have shown that you have a girlfriend? Like, what are you talking about?
I really feel like Martell did this as another just ditch effort to try to make her look bad, and because I feel like he really went home and thought about the fact that he told the kids that their uncle was gay and how bad that looked on TV, and so he had to try to save himself, and he threw that out there.
Yeah, so he tried to make it seem like Mel is the one that's messing up the kids by pumping information into them.
Because we already know you're the projecting king.
Oh my God.
What was it? Ice cream boy?
Right.
Come on now.
True. Is to say that she has a boyfriend, I just cannot. He makes me sick to my stomach, guys.
Disgusting
I'm sorry.
behavior.
I cannot stand it. I mean, if anybody out here has any experience with a narcissist like Martell, I'ma pray for you, because I cannot understand. I don't even know how Mel's gonna make it.
Hashtag pray for Mel.
Yes. Whew, this is next level stuff.
To use your children
Oh
as
my
a
God.
pawn is just next level disgusting. So you feel like you want to tell them to make yourself look better that she was cheating too?
And she has a boyfriend?
Does that make sense
What does
to you
that
to
do
tell
for
a
the kids?
7-year-old,
Oh my
a
God.
6-year-old? Does that make sense? What are you talking about? But what do you say? Everything I do is for the kids, for the kids, for the kids, for the kids. You're letting your arrogance and your ego even supersede you being a good father at this point.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because that was the only thing he had for himself. He's an active dad. He's a present dad. He's a good dad. He's a hands-on dad. That was his one thing.
You were being
that
a
he
bad
had.
friend. You were being a bad husband. You were being a bad businessman. The only thing you had left was being a good father, and you can't even. You're messing that.
That's gone too.
Come on, pull yourself together. What are you doing? Just take your accountability and go. Just take your accountability and go.
Yes.
Please. Like, stop. You trying to, whatever you're trying to do, you may think that you're making Mel look bad, but you're making yourself look worse.
Way worse.
It's not making you look any better to try to paint the mother of your child that you cheated on and now have a baby outside of your marriage on to try to paint her and say negative things about her. I don't know what you think it's doing, but it's not making you look great. I'm going to just tell you that, you know.
Please stop.
So just stop.
So then Marcel opens up and he tells the mom that the side chick is pregnant. He confirms it. And the mom is heartbroken. She's like, I can't believe this. I feel like this is a dream. And I feel for her because she really, she was a single mom. So seeing her seeing her son have the family unit that she wasn't able to give him, that did something for her. I couldn't give it to you, but I'm so happy you're able to have it for yourself as the father of your unit.
And to be actually able to have a good relationship with your daughter-in-law and love her as much as your own daughter. It's just, to have that kind of ripped away from you is just...
That part, yeah.
Just gotta be terrible for her.
After that, Marcel asks her a really weird question and says, do you still love Mel?
Did you want her to say no? I really don't understand what place mentally that question came from. I really don't understand where that question came from. Are you still doing this thing where you're trying to make people pick sides? I don't know what that was.
And Marcel lies and says that, oh yeah, you know, me too. I'm always gonna love her too.
Yeah, because
you're not acting like it.
The mom's reaction was like, yeah, of course I love her.
That's always gonna be my daughter-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Boy, if you don't get out of here.
So at this point, you know, mom is sobbing. And mom just says, you know, she's always going to be my daughter-in-law. She's going to continue to pray for them. And, you know, she hints to the fact that she hopes that they will be able to resolve this. And ends off saying that Marcel is still a good man.
I don't know. What part?
I'm going to tell my kids the truth.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. Which part is him?
I'm going to give you the dirty truth.
And then Martell says, yeah, you know, if I could turn back the hands of time. Martell, if you could turn back the hands of time, you still would have cheated. You've been cheating for 5 years. It wasn't a one night stand. Nope. I was drunk. You were cheating for 5 years. You brought this woman a car.
You made a conscious effort to go out of your way to continue this relationship.
Not only that, even though Mel told you she was going to divorce you, you told her, oh, I thought some of the older women would have told you by now. This is just how men do, and that you just have to accept this. You were never going to change. Turn back the hands of time or not. You're still going to let your ego overcome all of that. It doesn't matter.
Ego, pride, narcissism, chauvinistic, sexist, I don't know, everything.
All of it, even at the point that you are now, divorced, papers typed up and everything, you still have learned nothing. So stop saying that.
Yes.
Just please cut it out.
Jeez. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with us.
Hashtag pray for us.
Pray for us. We've been going through it. Thank you guys for sticking through it with us this whole video. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. And leave us some comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any experience with anything like this.
At Sugar and Spice 88.
Yes, and thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
See ya.
Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gon' spread
Good energy.
Today we gon' share
Good energy.
I go to work.
Today gon' be a great day.
Good
Wake
energy.
up, thank God, drink water, meditate.
Good
First
energy.
5 minutes will dictate your whole day.
Good
All
energy.
about that positivity and raising up your frequency.
Good
If you
energy.
negative, you will get removed immediately.
Good
Say
energy.
be, eat clean, alkaline, nourishing.
Good
What you
energy.
put